And we're back. Yes. Ask Me Anything, episode 213, Sunday, June 12th. It is 3:30 Belgian time in the afternoon. And I wanted to jump on and talk to my tribe. What's up, Dennis? D9, how you doing, man? How are you doing? Whew. Went out last night. Pretty pretty crazy party. Live shows. What's up, Elizabeth? Had a blast. Was fun. Woke up with a hangover, so made my way to the gym immediately. Best cure for a hangover is movement. Immediately get after it. Sports. Break a sweat. Good to see you too, man. All right, you guys know the drill. You know the routine. Ask me anything, and I shall do my best to answer your questions. Even on a Sunday, man. I was thinking about going to the woods, and then I thought, nah, let me talk to my tribe. Let me make some coffee and chill and talk to you guys. PB Jelly, good morning. Hope you're doing well. I have been up all evening with my daughter, so the mind is mush. What time is it there? Been on my health journey. That's what's up, man. Health is wealth. I'm weighing more than I have ever, basically. Never been this heavy. Mm, I'm about 96 kgs, but I look better. Not just like the muscle, but in general because I'm so tall. Everyone's giving me compliments that I look better and healthier. The thing is, when I was lean before, you just kind of more you have that skeleton look in your face because your face is so lean, and especially when you're tall, it's easy to it's easy to look lanky. So I also put on some weight now, and I feel a lot better. How would you personally deal with an arrogant friend who's really into themselves? I'm dealing with one right now, actually, and honestly, what I'm doing is I'm taking distance. Um, I'm dealing with someone who also thinks that he is basically the smartest person alive. And it's tricky. With people like that, it's hard to really communicate with because it doesn't really lead anywhere because you cannot have a real debate or a dialogue. It's more so they're going to give their view and then you have to agree. And if you disagree, you know. So honestly, yeah, if someone is arrogant, just try to make them aware of it, try to communicate that. And then if that doesn't work, just like move on, or at least take distance. Not entirely move on, but like, and I feel like there's a lot of people right now who are really definitely getting lost in this addiction of consuming high grade scientific content. What I mean is there's a lot of people watching all of these like scientific podcasts and they're on forums and all this stuff. And they kind of developed, I feel, this mentality that everything now is about knowledge. And when I say knowledge, I mean practical knowledge. I feel like that has been an escape for a lot of people, and it's hard to deal with those type of people, definitely, because life is about much more than you know knowing how to code or knowing having like very technical knowledge. And I definitely used to be more than know-it-all when I was younger, and then now the older I get, the more I realize how little I know. And I had to learn how to say, "You're right, I'm wrong." That was a big one for me as well. Everything got better in my life once I learned how to say, "Hey, I'm wrong," or "Hey, I don't know." Hey, nature lover, how you doing? Let me sip my coffee. I bought this coffee in a Portuguese supermarket. It's really good. Mm. Yeah, D9. This I found myself always getting into like heated debates and unpleasant debates until I figured out that I was the problem myself. I was doing that to myself, and I was responsible for that. And something happens when you tell people, "Hey, you're right and I'm wrong." Watch what happens. Like immediately, they're gonna also want to grant you, something. All the guards come down. It's the same thing with confidence. Like instead of talking about the things that you're great at, why don't you start off by talking about your fears and your insecurities? It has a very disarming effect on people. That's a great psychological trick you can use. Um, if you want to exhibit confidence, don't do it by listing all of your strong points, but doing the opposite and showing that you're confident enough to talk about the things that you're not good at. All right, guys, ask me anything. Let's get some good questions. My friend always ignores me when any cool plans happen. Just sends me the voicemail and leaves me on red. Only ever hits me up when he's bored and doesn't have better things to do. That's not a friend, then. This person is not your friend. Sounds like he's someone who's an opportunist who likes having you around as option C or D when option A and B do not pan out. So definitely time to move on, then. Definitely time. All right. There is a difference between friends and people that you go out and get drunk with. That was a big shift for me. Like once I stopped drinking less, which is ironic because I just talked about being hungover today. But um, growing up in Belgium, we have a very alcoholic culture. So like we're used to just binge drinking. And once I kind of stopped doing that, I I found out that a lot of people, it was hard for me to talk to them whilst sober. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's called growing up. We got 8 people in the live. This is live, ladies and gentlemen. So if you have a question or something you wanted to tell me for a long time, this is the moment. This is your chance. The Viking is reading and listening and replying. PB Jelly, how do you deal with professional envy while being polite? What is the best way to draw a line when someone wants your level of success that's taken years to achieve and they want it now? Don't even entertain it. It's not your job to teach them that it's going to take years. And whatever they do in terms of envy, just ignore the envy. Have empathy for the fact that they have a limited perspective and they think that by showcasing and exhibiting a negative behavioral trait, they're going to get closer to their goal. Don't even don't even put energy there. Don't even exude energy in that direction. Like let them figure it out. Once again, it's not your job to teach them that it's going to take a long time. Just stay nice, stay kind, stay respectful, and don't get caught up because you got more to lose than them. So don't do it. Hey Lorenz, why do you think some guys want to dominate other guys? Is it animalistic? Sure, sure. We all know those guys that what the minute a girl comes around, they start picking on you and like start making jokes and about you. It's just always like that's a trait of insecure men. Obviously, most men are insecure. Most people are insecure, so it's going to be a lot of them. Um, that's just kind of, the way it's always been. If you dominate the other guys, then it means you're the man, you're the alpha, you're on top, at least in the eyes of many people. Um, that type of behavior tends to die down, though, in my experience. With age, people tend to like get a little bit um, more mature and stop doing that. Hello, Lorenz. I enjoyed your video you shot in Portugal. Hope you had a good day. Thank you so much. Thank you, Slap. I really appreciate that. I didn't get that many views on that video, so I'm glad that you watched it and I'm glad that you liked it. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for telling me. I forgot. Do you eat asparagus? Yes, I do. My dad has them, like, he grows them himself. It's delicious. I just read it helps prevent cancer, helps to detoxify the body, especially the kidneys. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love asparagus. Best wishes. Thank you, Nathan. I think it has to do with the male ranking hierarchy. Wolves have the status hierarchy. I did read the thing about like the whole alpha wolf thing is like a myth. There is no alpha in the pack of wolves, apparently. That's all made up. The person who actually came up with that, the scientist who came up with the whole alpha wolf thing, he was the one that also found out that it wasn't true. But now it's already too persistent as a myth. I want to be honest here. I hate Islam. Is this normal? What can you advise for intolerant people? No, it's not normal. You shouldn't hate anything. It means that there's something wrong with you. Like you have something going on in your life that is causing you great frustration, but for whatever reason you're unwilling or unable to come to grips with the fact that you're frustrated about something. It's a subconscious thing. It's there. You're not happy. So you're venting that negativity and that hate into the direction of something else, something that you think is bothering you. The problem is not some religion. The problem is you, man. You have to figure out why you're not happy. Happy people don't go around hating. As simple as that may sound. Any time that something is like, even on Instagram or whatever the case, anytime something is triggering you, you have to look within. Like, why is that affecting you? And it's really easy. Most of the time, 99% of the times, it's insecurity. Most of the times, we get insecure. Now, when we feel insecure, and we get triggered. You know, I've already told the story a million times, but that's what I learned when I was, heavily handicapped and fucked up and bald and 30 kilos lighter than this in a wheelchair, unable to speak, unable to eat, unable to talk. Everybody loved me. Everybody, considered me like an inspiration and a hero, and like everybody was rooting for me because nobody felt threatened by me on a social scale. I wasn't gonna take anybody's girl. You see what I'm saying? Nobody felt like they wanted to trade places with me. And then I put in a lot of work, and now a decade later, I'm looking good again, and I have a good life again. Now again, I have people who dislike me because I now once again pose a threat to them in their minds because of their insecurity. We just, we rate people on our social ladder that we have on the inside of their mind. And if they're above us, we get triggered. If they're the lowest, we don't care. So that's my advice. Dude, you're getting huge. Good gains. Yeah, man. This is the biggest I've ever been. The biggest I've ever been in my life. And it's really good. I've talked about that a lot. It's really important that you're able to realize when you are in your prime in life, but also specifically in the gym and fitness. Many times you are never understanding, like, I'm at my peak, and you're still talking about once I get there and I add this and I get better at that. And then injury happens, or sickness happens, or life happens, and you lose a bunch of weight. And then you realize, whoa, I was actually at my peak back then, but I never enjoyed it because I was still focusing on the things I didn't have. But I am enjoying it right now. I'm enjoying it a lot. I love my physique and where I'm at. And I am conscious of the fact that at the age of 34, I'm in my prime. And in a couple of years, I'll already start going down. So better enjoy this shit now. Asparagus is costly as heck in the States. Yeah, it's costly here too, but like I said, my dad grows his own. That's so cool. I bet it tastes even better fresh from the garden. Yes, it tastes amazing. What's up, bro? I haven't gotten any alerts from your new videos on YouTube. That is messed up. That yeah, but YouTube been on some bullshit, man. Like they've been like not informing people about my videos for ages now. I still got people coming in talking about when did you change your name? It's like that's like three years ago. All right, keep the questions coming. By the way, I am also still taking on new clients. So for those who don't know, I offer a coaching or a mentorship service, whatever you like to call it. So I have clients from across the world, and I talk with each one of them twice a week through video call, each call 30 minutes. And then also I talk with them daily besides the video calls through text to stay closely engaged and follow up on what they're doing. So if you're looking to turn something around in your life, if you're trying to change career, you're trying to get a better shape, you're trying to learn how to be confident or get over the breakup or get out of the depression, you can hire me for that. All right. This is my email, Lorenz.dries@gmail.com. And if you're interested, you can send me an email and we can work together. Science girl. Good evening, Lorenz and everyone. That's true. No notification from YouTube for your videos. Yeah, I know. I would tell you to click on the bell, put the bell on, and all that stuff, but I'm not even sure that that even does something. YouTube at some point just decided to not really to recommend my videos to anyone unless they have like I think the bell on. Um, yeah, it is what it is. I'm way past the point of caring about that. Hey, Lisa Wader, how you doing, girl? Will Callum Von Moger come back stronger now? Do you think? Hell no. He's gone, man. Like he's been gone. He's been messed up. He's addicted to crystal meth. Like you don't really come back from crystal meth. You at best you you kind of find normality again, but he's not gonna be where he was. Yo, David H, thank you so much, man. Just throwing some support your way. What books do you have next to you there? Any good? Thank you so much, dude, for supporting the channel. Um, Honestly, without people like you, there wouldn't even be a channel anymore. So thank you, man. I really appreciate it. And to answer your question, this is a really good book I'm reading. It's called 11 Rings. It's by famous NBA coach Phil Jackson. If you like basketball, this is a must read. But even if you don't like basketball, it's so damn good. So it's basically a lot of philosophy, a lot of psychology, a lot of management stuff, also a lot of basketball stuff. But it's amazing. And this one is just the classic, The Power of Now. If you guys, anyone watching this live, if you haven't tried at least to read this book, I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna get some more coffee. Yeah, give me 1 second. Oh, yeah. So definitely check out those books if you haven't yet. Um, I'm about I got like 100 pages more to go, but that 11 Rings book. When I saw, I've been meaning to read it for a while, but for whatever reason, I didn't think it would be a really good book. I just because the title threw me off. 11 Rings. It felt like it was just going to be a sports book, but as you'll see when you read it, like the ring for him signifies something else than just like the trophy ring. Really good. Yeah, so I don't think Callum Van Moger is gonna think he's done. And to keep it, I'm gonna keep it very real on Callum Van Moger. So for those who don't know, this is like a famous bodybuilder, and he basically was really popular because he looked like a younger version of Arnold Schwarzenegger, Australian guy. But the thing is, he's never been an intelligent man. He's never been a smart guy. He just had a great physique, and then he did a bunch of dumb shit, and yeah, now he's a drug addict. But it's crazy how people will continue to root for you just because you have a nice body. It's like, what has this guy done besides look good? You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit ironic for me. Um, my really good friend moved away, so he broke up with his girlfriend. I've always thought she was really cute. We vibed a lot. Out of respect, should I not do anything or should I reach out to her? Well, the question is, do you talk? Do you still talk to your really good friend? And how far away did he move? Uh, and you should probably talk to him first. Talk to him and then see what happens. But that's yeah, it all depends on your relationship with your friend right now. Celtics or Warriors? Man, Celtics. I like the Celtics. Elise, what's up? Cato Bayans. Hey, a few weeks ago you came talking at our school, and I have to say that you were really inspiring for me, and you helped me a lot. Wow, thank you so much, Cato. I really appreciate that. That really means a lot. So for those who don't know, every now and then I go talk at high schools in Belgium, try to get my teacher on and talk about some things. And I did 3 classes a couple of weeks ago, and it was really fun. It was great. I didn't really prepare anything. I just went in there to talk about my usual philosophy, and I'm really happy to find out and to hear like this. That some people really vibed with my message, and it really resonated with them. So I just looked at it like I think in total I maybe spoke for like the 3 classes combined, maybe like 60 people, something like that, or 70 even. And I just felt like if I can just get a few people, a few teenagers to really catch on to what I'm saying, like that'll be a huge win. And clearly, Kato, you were one of them. So thank you. And best of luck with anything that, you try to do in the future and with your life. The sooner that you develop consciousness, the sooner that you start practicing introspection, the sooner that you start sitting back and observing the world for what it is and understanding that most people, including our parents, including people that we consider to have made it, don't really know what the hell they're doing. They're just running in circles and following a set of invisible rules that don't make sense. The sooner you figure that out, the sooner your life will become gradually better. So I'm really happy that you liked it. And I really appreciate you telling me that. BDK, just when I thought, how cool is this guy? I hear you talk at schools. That's so cool. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it is cool. Like honestly, I would love to do more of that. Um, we'll see. Maybe. I got some footage of it, but it wasn't that good, so I didn't post it. Maybe I should have a second look at it. Mm. Okay. 17 people in here. So, like I said, this is your chance to ask me anything. The better the question, the better the content, obviously. So, whatever is on your mind, whatever you want some input on or some advice on, the time is now. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, I would appreciate that as well. If you could click the little thumb if you like these live sessions. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. The questions don't have to be super serious per se. They can be about anything that you like. If you were offered a very high paying sales job, would you take it? Huh. Yeah, at this point, probably yes. It's interesting you asking that question because I'm actually at I'm in the process of looking into doing more professionally, meaning like going to work for a company again. That could definitely be in the cards. So I wouldn't say no to anything right now. Like I'm not closed off to anything. Um, it would depend on. I don't want to do like sales in the sense of cold calling anymore, but you know, I would definitely not say no. Lorenz, I just caught a glimpse of your scar. It looks good. Like here, you mean? Thank you. How do you deal with the trolls on YouTube? I don't really. I mean, knock on wood, but I don't really get a lot of trolls or hate or negative comments. I really don't. I don't know what it is. Maybe people see my face and they're like, we're not gonna fuck with him. I've said this. I've said this many times. I genuinely think and believe that I have the best community on the internet. Like everybody's just nice and happy and positive most of the time. So it's not really something for me to deal with. And if somebody does say something outlandish, I just block them. But it very rarely does that happen. What is your favorite food? Lasagna. I like lasagna. Any type of fresh grilled fish that is, freshly caught and on the grill. I had a lot of that in Portugal. Pasta, spaghetti. Yeah, those things. Chicken. 21 and lost a significant amount of hair. I'm balding prematurely. Well, two things you can do. You can either go to a clinic, Google Hair of Istanbul. Hair of Istanbul. That's a pretty good clinic in Turkey for a hair transplant. Or you just go bald, man. Rock it. If you can grow a beard, the bald head with the beard is still a very great look for a guy. So it is what it is, man. A lot of girls like that look. Lorenz would be great at sales. Yeah, that's what I used to do before I got sick. That's more than a decade ago though, but I've talked about this. I used to work for this company in Sweden. That was like it was like Wolf of Wall Street type of gig. Just hardcore sales in the office. Good times. Nice. Fresh fish is very good. I agree. It's the best. All right, guys, keep the questions coming. Mm. Lorenz, do you speak English at home with your mom and dad? No, of course not. No, we speak Dutch. My dad doesn't even speak English, and I mean, even if he did, we speak Dutch. Born and raised in Dutch because I'm Belgian. No, we never speak English. We just always speak our mother tongue Dutch and a dialect for that matter. Are you ever going back to South America? That's a good question. I was talking about that the other day with somebody, and I realized that, I mean, I don't know, honestly, because it's like, I remember when I was in Colombia, and I remember thinking, "Oh, I'll be back here super quick," like I'll be here. But then, like, I obviously never made it back, and the thing is, I've gotten pretty bad at long distance flights. Like a 12-hour flight destroys me to the point where I'm just like, this doesn't make sense. It's gruesome. Not saying I'm never gonna do it again, but yeah, I don't know. I just remember the last couple of times I took those long flights, I was just like, this is not worth it. And I know that that sounds stupid or dramatic, but I really hate sitting on the plane for 12 hours straight. I get like I feel I feel terrible. Like I feel sick, physically sick. I feel boxed in. It's too long. I know there's no reason to like, like that doesn't add up to like 1 month of amazing experiences in a foreign country, but I really hate those long flights, like to a point where I'm like, um. So I don't know. Like I guess I don't really have a destination in South America that's calling my name right now. Like I guess it would be like I don't think I'm gonna go to Colombia anytime soon again. I'm definitely not going to Brazil. I didn't like Rio at all. Um, Chile, maybe, but yeah. Honestly, I don't think I'm going there in the near future. Though we'll see what happens. Your English is very good. Is English spoken a lot in Belgium? Uh, pe- Belgian people speak decent English overall, especially if you compare us to France or Spain. But I mean, I speak better English than the average Belgian person for sure. It's not like this is the norm. I was born in '88, so I grew up watching '90s sitcoms. I grew up watching Friends, Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Dawson's Creek. So it, the human mind of a baby is like a sponge. So I just took it all in, and yeah, that's it. I was speaking English at the age of 9, I think. You're very tall, Lorenz. Do you request the first seat after the bulkhead on the aircraft? No, I'm terrible. What I do is I never want to pay for an upgrade, obviously. So I just wait. I always board the plane last, and then I just take the best seat that's still left. Usually, like all the way in the front with extra legroom, which is not my seat. But if you do it in the end, they're just trying to leave because they're stressed about taking off. So no one's gonna check it. And that's what I always do. I loved Rio for the beautiful nature. Didn't like the party culture too much though, but I was blown away by how beautiful the city was. Yeah, um, the I love I loved Rio the way it looked. Don't get me wrong. Aesthetically, it's probably the most beautiful city I've ever seen. I like to refer to it as Jurassic Park. It just feels like jungle collides with humanity, and that's amazing. Like the aesthetics, the sheer aesthetics of Rio de Janeiro are unmatched. It's amazing. Um, it's just too goddamn dangerous. And you can call me a pussy, like, but I've traveled through Colombia for 3 months. I've traveled through the Dominican Republic by car, been everywhere, you know, which is something that they would tell you to never do. Like the point is, like I'm used to something. I'm used to like moving around in dangerous places, but Rio is just a different level. You can smell the danger in the air. There's armed military forces everywhere you look. There's a helicopter hovering over Copacabana with a huge machine gun, and it's like, why do we need that? Because we need that. You see what I'm saying? And it's just too damn unsafe. Because I what I love to do when I go to the city is I want to be able to just put in some music and just start walking around and exploring. You can't fucking do that in Rio. Like you cannot. Not if you're a white guy with blue eyes. You'll get fucking murked or robbed. Like. And one time I tried going into the city, literally like I went in for 2 blocks and I was already being followed by people and shit. Like it was scary, man. I didn't like it. And we had to take taxis every fucking where because we couldn't walk because it was too dangerous. So I feel like most people that enjoy Rio and go to Rio, they're just like they just spend a lot of money and they just spend time in like exclusive, rich, guarded places. But if you're just a normal person, I find it hard to enjoy it, and yeah, I didn't like it for that reason. Um, Bro, did you ever do gear? You're kind of huge. I man, I'm so proud. to say I never, never, never took steroids in my life. This is the result, man, of 16 years of consistent lifting. 16 years, man. Like, I've dedicated enormous amounts of time to the gym. Like, don't get it twisted. It's not like I just like woke up like this. Um, but you can look like this without taking gear, and I've definitely thought about it many times. Not, I never got close to taking it, but it was frustrating for me to see people around me gain muscle so fast, and I just felt skinny and lanky. And but if you do it right, then you peak in your 30s. Like, and I'm 34 now. I'm starting to peak, and I've got this different type of strength that I haven't didn't have in my 20s. So, would you consider testosterone replacement therapy after get your T levels tested? I did get them tested not too long ago, and they told me that they were higher than what they give people that are on TRT. So it wouldn't, but um, I might do TRT when I'm like 50. Never say never, but yeah. Um, do Belgian women hit on you? Not really. No, Belgian women are not really into me, and I'm not into them. I guess that's the way it works. But nah, that's why I just dated this girl from Belgium a couple of months ago, and that was the first real Belgian girl I dated in like ever. All my girls tend to be foreign. I don't vibe that much with the Belgian girls in terms of the way they are and the way they think. I know that sounds kind of bad, but I don't know. Did you feel unsafe in Brazil? I felt super unsafe. It's mad dangerous. Like, don't let anyone fool you. You go to Rio, you better watch the fuck out. I'm not saying it's like that everywhere in Brazil, but Rio is crazy. I remember your experience in Rio. They were rude to you. They looked at you with disgust. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So all the people in Rio, I don't want to make this a I hate Rio video, but so they have a crazy body culture. So all the guys go to the gym, all the women too. Like a lot of guys are jacked, which is fine. But a lot of women, they got a lot of shit done. Fake lips, fake boobs, fake ass, a lot of plastic surgery. And I was met with very bad responses when I was in Rio. Like people would like point at me and make ugly faces. Like I never witnessed that in my life. Like it was by far the most toxic environment, the most superficial culture I ever witnessed. So of course I didn't like it. What's up, Lady R? I didn't enjoy being in Morocco either. Hmm. Yeah. Well, it's just it's all subjective. People have different experiences. For me, the Rio experience wasn't a good one, but it's all good. It is all good. It's about finding what you like and and choosing that. Like it's really that simple. Like for example, I was just talking to my ex Katya, right? She's in Lisbon right now on vacation. Me personally, I didn't love Lisbon at all. I've been there twice, and in the end, I was like, like nothing special to me. I'm never gonna go back there in my mind. And she was telling me how she loved it, and she was like, "This is my new favorite destination." So there you go. Different people have different opinions, and that's fine. Like you don't have to. It's not about right or wrong. It's about what you like. So Kate Angel, hi there. How about more travels aimed at sightseeing? Feel invited to Poland. Thank you for your invitation. My sister lives in Poland, in Warsaw. I'll be going to Barcelona in 2 weeks. I'll be going to Austria for hiking, and then that's it for now. Maybe something else in August. I'm great, Lady R. I think you would enjoy Peru if you gave it a chance. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't go to Peru when I was with Katya. She's Peruvian. That's a missed opportunity, but obviously COVID. But yeah, I would like to check out Peru. Whoa, what's up with Belgian women? What is the problem with how they think? I mean, there's no problem, man. It just depends on what you like. I You have to understand. So everything is intertwined. So you talk. People ask me how I'm so good at speaking English is because I also think more like a person who is. I don't want to say American, but I am more capable of expressing myself the way I really want in English better than I am in Dutch. As weird as that may sound, I think in English as well, and with that language comes the mentality. In Belgium, the mentality is more insecure, shy, introvert, which is not really my thing. So, um, yeah, I'll put it like this: Belgian women are more prone to consider me arrogant or too much or like big ego, whereas in other cultures, women tend to appreciate that more and look at it as confidence. If that makes sense. Um, and I guess it's also just something I always grew up being attracted to like exotic girls. Like I like girls that are like just I'm saying my type. I like more anything that's not white. I like brown girls, black girls, like Latinas, Caribbean, African. Like that's I was always drawn to that. So, like, needless to say, Belgian girls usually are look like me. They're white and pale, and they got blue eyes, and that's just not my type. Um, I'm Brazilian, and I definitely agree on the superficial culture comment. It's on steroids in Rio. Yeah, Rio. Honestly, I thought I had supreme self confidence. I thought I had supreme like nothing could affect me until I went to Rio. They actually managed to make me feel bad about myself. Like it's crazy. It's the most toxic culture I ever witnessed. Like people will literally like give you dirty looks because they consider they considered my facial defect an insult to them. The fact that I was walking around there was an insult to them because I didn't look good enough for them, and they wanted to tell me that, and they expressed that in my face. It was wild. Never have I witnessed such an aggressive toxic culture. Like they make a point out of like making sure like no you look bad, and that's why like and it's not I'm not making this shit up. Like the people I was with, the friends I was with, they would get super upset because they would be walking next to me and they would be like, "What the fuck?" Because they would also see it. So that's why I have the stance I have on Rio because I witnessed that 10 days straight, and in the end, like I could only conclude like, fuck this shit, fuck this culture, and fuck all of it. Like it is. I'm not gonna act like it's all good. Now, obviously, that's just Rio. Doesn't mean the whole Brazil is like that, but that's what I saw with my own two eyes, and it is what it is. Do you read Nietzsche? I read him a long time ago, but I haven't read anything recently. It's very heavy. Whatever happened with your Dominican friend? She had skin cancer. Not skin cancer, but she had cancer. Yeah, you mean Carla, the Dominican? Yeah. Um, I mean, um, no comment. Liesel, to each their own. Live and let love. Yes. David, have you been to Miami? It's kind of like Rio on a superficial scale. If you don't have the Lambo or a Ferrari, people won't look twice at you. Haven't been to Miami and honestly not really interested. Like, Miami doesn't appeal to me at all. They used to sacrifice millions of themselves to sick gods, so not the most emphatic countries in South America. That's funny. That's funny how I was just how people love to talk about ancient cultures like the Mayas and the Incas and the Aztecs, and they glorify them, and they're like, they were so advanced and they had it figured out, and we're so stupid, like they know so much more, and they were in touch with the stars and planet Earth, and it's like, yeah, but they also beheaded thousands of people every year. They cut out the hearts of people, like just to like get better fortune. They also did that, you know. And it's funny how people talk about history and they want to condemn the fact that certain tribes or certain countries or certain races would come in and take over with violence. But, like South America got colonized in a very violent way. Yeah, but what do you think they were doing before that? They were also wiping out other tribes so they could be the dominant tribe. Just turns out that the tribe that came from Europe was more dominant and had more means of warfare. You see, like, for me, it's always funny how things get depicted like that when talking about history, as if the Mayans and the Aztecs were like the nicest people on earth. You know what I'm saying? Um, is Rio very cosmopolitan? Do you see all ethnicities there? Yeah, 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 definitely. I lived in Miami. Now I'm living in the third city I saw you in a video, Las Vegas. Ooh, Las Vegas. That's the video called "I Flew 6,000 Miles to Meet Her." Shout out to Mia, man. That was a trip. Yeah, Vegas. I just found out that Vegas has like a huge um like Mormon community. Bro, they were less advanced than us. We came and dominated them without any problems. We stopped our cruel mass human sacrifices. Well, ooh, 46 minutes in. Damn. What have I been talking about all this time? I feel like I've just been talking shit about Rio for 45 minutes. Hey, man, shout out to my Brazilians. I love you guys. It's all good. Okay. Any more questions, guys? The moment is now because I'm starting to get a little bit tired. Tired. One more time, like I said, I'm still taking on new clients. If anybody wants to work with me, you can email me at lorenz.reese@gmail.com for my coaching. I just put my email in the chat box. Also, if anybody wants to sponsor the channel, you can click on the dollar sign below the chat box, make any type of donation that you prefer. Greatly appreciate it in advance. I am starting to crash, man. I'm getting tired over here. I'm still happy I was able to get a good live in. Oh man. Take care, I guess, of the rest. I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea. Look at my eyes. Damn, look bad. Nice to see you. It's been a while since I caught a live. Nice to see you too. I'm glad you caught me. Thank you, Lady R. Do you like Belgian folklore? Depends. Within reason. All right, guys. I'm out. Thank you for being here. I had a blast. Peace.